DallasHoop.com. This is the Dallas Wings update, the most authentic coverage in the DFW. As you see, we are here. I always keep a special guest with me, no matter if it's from a media member or a player themselves. So right now, we have a special guest. Let's go ahead and introduce yourself to me.
Thank you, Kev. I am Lauren Rosenberg. I am the WNBA writer, one of a few, for the Podium Finish. It's my first year with them, but my fifth year of covering the Wings in the league.
Wow, and there it is. So tonight we had the Minnesota Lynx. They take out the Dallas Wings. It was somewhat of a competitive game. Minnesota moves to 9-0. Dallas is now 1-9. It was pretty competitive, I would say. Would you say it was competitive to the end, maybe?
I would say it was. The ability of Arike to kind of find her three-point shot when she only attempted one against the Sparks just a few days ago. And also just like crashing the boards on the offensive end, even if they didn't convert the second chance opportunities, even though they had multiple, so it's like a third and fourth chance, they were still able to kind of put up the shot. And for a team that, there's a new system, 3 returners, a pretty brand new team, even if they're, 10 games into the season, like right. They were new coach, new system, new everything. They were still putting in a lot of effort to crash the boards, and Minnesota is, like, them and the Liberty are the top 2 teams in the league. So putting up this kind of fight, even if they only lost by 16 points, is actually pretty impressive. I was actually kind of proud of them for how they kind of have grown throughout the year.
Well, they did put up a fight. They lost 81-65. One point late in the third quarter, it was a 2-point game. So they did put up a fight. Arike went off for 26 points. She did get 20 of those 26 in the first half. Second half, they kind of put the clamps on her. They sent double teams her way, so it wasn't the same for Arike. Dallas had 15 turnovers tonight, that's been a issue the whole year. Napheesa Collier, Queen Fee, 28 points, 10 rebounds, 10 of 19 shooting. Kayla McBride from Minnesota, 21 points, 6 of 10 shooting. The only other Dallas Wing to score in double digits tonight was Maddy Siegrist with 15 points and 11 rebounds. She shot 5 of 11. So once again, they tried to make it competitive, but they just ran out of gas, and it seems like they're doing a lot of overthinking, especially when it starts the third quarter. It's the same thing every game. They finish the first half on a high, and then the third quarter they don't score for the first 5 minutes. So what is your thoughts on that? Is that overthinking? Is it coaching? What's the problem with that?
I don't think it's necessarily coaching, but I think it's a lot of overthinking and also still, like I said before, trying to adjust to each other.
Right.
I mean, there were some passes that, like, an experienced passer, like Arike has improved her dishing ability, like especially like from last season with LT
right.
To this year. But like there were still some passes that it wasn't like anything that was off with her, but it was just kind of a miscommunication on where her teammate was supposed to be. There was one over here at the top of the key on this side. Where her teammates just like were not where they were supposed to be, and that's just kind of like unforced errors. I think it's overthinking, but also just miscues that I think if like how coach is always like, we want to go look at the film, look at all that. I think that will be something that will be a big emphasis just to make sure they're on the same page.
About same page. So look, we're going to keep it short and sweet. I don't want to hold you all day. This was the I can't remember the exact name of it. It was Pride Night.
Yeah, it was Pride Night.
So, speaking of Pride Night, we have one of the best, again, media members. She's killing it. She's one of the funniest persons here. One of the funniest people here in the media room, man. Just keeps you laughing, high energy. So, talk about the meaning of Pride Night games and, just your overall thoughts of the game in general.
Yeah, so I think it's really cool that the league still continues to host these Pride games. I mean, it wasn't even that long ago that like no teams were doing it. It was the Sparks, I believe, started it. So it's kind of just really shows that like the values are still instilled of diversity and inclusion in the WNBA. And I mean, there are a lot of stuff going on in this world that are attacking LGBTQ people in the United States and even in Texas, which is unfortunate, but just kind of the Wings just showing that like they still back up their LGBTQ fans, players, media members in general. It's just something that's like really awesome. I don't know if this game was sold out because the Lynx were here or because it was Pride Night, but every year with Pride Night since I've started covering the league, it was always packed. So I just think like that's just so vital because it makes everyone here feel included and knowing that like sure like we're part of the LGBTQ community, but like we're the same as our straight peers. So I think that's just kind of like my take on it. It's always fun every year, and I try to get to them every single year, and I think I'm 5 for 5.
There it is. Now back up real quick so they can see the shirt. It says, keep calm and stay fruity, ladies and gentlemen. So she's representing tough tonight, man. It was a fun night. Again, the fans came out. They were loud. They had fun. Even in the loss, even with them being 1-9, we thought Paige was going to play. We found out, 30 minutes before the game?
Yeah, 30 minutes illness.
Yeah, that she was, dealing with illness. So maybe she comes back next game. They have Phoenix next. Satu Sabli. What you think is going to happen now? She's scoring 40?
Score 40, maybe not, but I think she's going to do what she did so much last season, the year before, just getting double-doubles. I mean, obviously she was injured a little bit last season, but so was like everyone. But I think she'll get a double-double notched onto her former team.
I think she scores at least 32.
I'll take the under.
32 and 15. That's what I got for Satu coming up in the next game. Hopefully Dallas can still find a way to pull out the win. This team is talented. The talent is there. It's just they've shown they can play with the top teams over and over. It's just they can't finish right now. So, Coach Koklanis got some boos tonight when they introduced him. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did. And I was like, dang, that really sucks. But, I mean, the fans are still showing up.
Yeah, the fans are still showing up, and they're loud for their team. I mean, they got real loud. It sounded like a playoff game late in that third quarter. So continue to come out, Dallas Wings fans. Thank you to everybody that watched this channel. Once again, let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me on pretty much every social media, Blue Sky, Twitter, X, Instagram at LRosenberg101.
There it is, Dallas Wings update on DallasHoop.com. Thank you for joining. We are out.
Thank you.